Free Gamer. Ich weiß, zurzeit ist nicht so viel los. Wir haben nicht so viel, was wir machen können. Und ich bin auch nicht mehr so, ja, aktiv, wie es eigentlich sein sollte, aber hat auch einen bestimmten Grund. Ich kann das nicht so oft machen, weil zurzeit ist ein bisschen
That's
stressig.
what I meant.
You were thinking about Max on skates, weren't you?
Well, would you look at that? Another caller on the line. What are the odds? Better take it.
Ah,
Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
Welcome back to 189.16, The Scream. This is Forrest Nash. How are you tonight, caller?
I'm doing okay. I made it home safe.
Gary!
Hey, I just wanted to thank you for doing what you could earlier. You know, even though not everybody made it, and, I don't know.
ja.
Hey, it's okay. You were so brave earlier. You're safe now.
I wanted to ask you why. Why he didn't. Why am I.
Why what, Carrie?
Why did he spare me? After what he did. Why let me go?
Maybe he only wanted to hurt the pranksters.
Maybe. Did he just think everyone was making fun of him? Did he always hate these hazing rituals? I mean, if he did, why wait all these years to... Why do this now?
These stupid hazing nights have to stop. Carrie, you did so well tonight. Stay safe and rest. Help is coming to Gallows Creek. We just need to hold on.
Thanks, Peggy. Hey, Forrest? Could I request a song?
Of course, Carrie. What song?
Any song by Blast Processor. And thank you.
This next one goes out to Carrie.
Last Processor, what that is. Ah,
Play a record, Forrest. You know, what Carrie just said has really got me thinking.
About what?
The whistling man left her alone. Why? There must be a reason.
When it comes to masked whistling killers, I don't think a reason is a key part of their process.
Well, it's something to consider. I need to take a break. If you want to stretch your legs, now's the time. Just hit the Peggy button when you want to get back on air.
I need a key to get in there. That's not opening. Locked tight.
ich dachte, vielleicht finde ich hier irgendwo noch Dingens. Eine Platte. Eine andere, eine andere neue. Okay, gehen wir nach oben. Machen wir weiter Sendung, oder? Kann ich hier aufs Dach? Ne, aufs Dach geht gar nichts.
Let's get going, Peggy.
Alrighty, we could run another segment or... Scratch that, Forrest. We have a caller.
You're through to 189.16, The Scream. What's your emergency?
Hello again, Forrest. Oh, that call with the teens was awful. Those poor kids. Still, I'm glad the girl didn't get hurt.
Thanks for your concern. Are you in trouble? What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you again to play my song, Forrest. You said you were gonna play it, but you didn't.
Your name was Dawn, right?
What, Peggy? Yes. Oh, well remembered. My name is Dawn, and I wanted to ask you again to play my tune, Forrest. Long Ride Home? You know, the one that Peggy said she threw outside the window?
You must really love that song, if you're calling up to ask for it when you know we don't have it.
Well, I do love it. And I don't want to argue, but you do have it. It's just outside the window.
There's a serial killer on the loose. I can't just go outside hunting for a record.
I'm really sorry, Dawn, but we just can't get it right now.
But wasn't the Whistling Man just at the old murder house? That's miles from the station. It won't take you a second to grab it.
Don, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's something unnatural about this freak. He's fast. I'm not risking it.
Oh, but I think you will, Forrest. Peggy, I'm calling with more than a request. I know something. I think I know who's gonna be next.
What?
Are you serious?
Play my song, Forrest, and you'll find out.
Well, folks, here's some music for you while I think things over. Is she serious, Peggy?
She's serious about hearing that song, that's for sure.
Peggy, I mean, is she serious about...
I don't know, Forrest, but we don't really have a choice, do we? If she's telling the truth...
All right, I'll do it.
You're a good man, Forrest. I'll slide you the key to the fire door.
Wait, our fire door has to be unlocked?
Yeah, it... You know, I never thought about it, but yeah. We should talk to Reggie about that later. Anyway, I'll hold the fort down while you're out. Maybe I'll even get a caller. That could be exciting.
189.16, The Scream, with me, Peggy.
So Leute, jetzt haben wir den Schlüssel, um die Brandschutztür zu öffnen. Jetzt gehen wir nach draußen, denn jetzt habe ich endlich mal die Möglichkeit da rauszugehen, weil ich habe das eigentlich schon lange vorgehabt, da hinten hinausgehen, um das Lied zu holen, was jetzt Dawn sich wünscht. Und jetzt können wir das auch.
You know, I hope she'll be happy when I'm brutally murdered by the Whistling Man. Out here, in the open, alone.
Ich hab's gewusst, dass er da ist.
Here it is. Long Ride Home. course. It locks behind me. And of course the key doesn't work on this side. Fantastic. Maybe there's another way back in through the basement. A door, elevator, or something.
Hä? Und wie soll ich jetzt wieder hochkommen?
Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt around for some new fuses. Nah, that's not right. Do the fuses add up properly? Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt around for some new fuses. Bingo!
Wow.
I could probably survive that fall. Looks like the janitor's closet. What did Peggy say his name was? Clive? What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Gewusst. Ich habe sowas von gewusst, dass hier was ist. Es ist, weil ich hab mir schon mal ein Video davon angeschaut. Wie habe ich das geschafft, das umzuschmeißen?
I wonder how the show's going. God, please let this be the last locked door. Ah, there's the beautiful key. I should be able to get back to the studio now. Yes!
Isn't that such a good song, folks? And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive, the janitor, might be Clive, the murderer.
What?
I'll start from the beginning. The fire door.
Jetzt haben wir 42. Wahnsinn.
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. All right, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find him.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
Was?
How's it going?
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is. There's 4 locations, right? And 4 people. We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great. Need any more help?
I'm good now. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem.
Also wir sind da unten, nee. Der Trailer Park. Das war der Trailer Park, das weiß ich noch. Dann die Tankstelle, was war die Tanke? Wo ist die Tankstelle? Hier? Street. Alex, this on the... Warte mal, das ist was anderes. Chuck Brody Sport AG.
How's it going?
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is. There's 4 locations, right?
Yeah.
And 4 people. We need
Yeah.
to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great. Need any more help?
Yes, please.
Sure. I think you should be methodical with this. Try grouping the notes by who they're about. You could also have a look at the dates and make a timeline. Maybe that will help rule out potential targets first.
Got it. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem.
Ach so. Also der Trailerpark, der ist hier. Wir haben den Trailerpark. Wir haben die Power Station. Wir haben Gas Station. Und wir haben Hospital. So, wir haben Chuck Brody. Chuck Brody, wo steht der? Chuck Brody ist sportlich. Kim Walker. Improvisation, okay. Rebecca, Automobil. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass Rebecca bei der Gas Station ist. And Williams. Okay. Warte. Improvisation. Die könnte beim Trailerpark sein. Chuck Brody bei der Power Station und vielleicht so. Wir haben einmal Krankenhaus, Trailerpark, dann die Gas Station. Wo ist die Power Station? Und da die Power Station. Dann.
How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
The power station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment. Forrest, I'm through to the power plant, but they say there isn't anyone by that name there.
What? Then who? Jeez!
It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Oh my god. The call board. One moment. Forrest, I'm getting so many calls. Just let me... I'm gonna take us off air for a moment.
Peggy, what's happening in there? Peggy!
I'm back. He blew up the gas station, Forrest.
Okay.
I spoke to the fire department and the hospital. The fire department is useless now, as you know. And, the hospital's only ambulance was at the gas station. Forrest, you've got to say something on the
Okay.
radio. You have... It sounds like something blew up!
He's using bombs now?
Oh my god. The call board, one moment. Forrest, I'm getting so many calls. Just let me... I'm gonna take us off air for a moment.
Peggy, what's happening in there? Peggy!
I'm back. He blew up the gas station, Forrest.
Okay.
I spoke to the fire department and the hospital. The fire department is useless now, as you know. And, the hospital's only ambulance was at the gas station. Forrest, you've got to say something on the radio. You have to tell the town. I'm putting us back on air. Now.
Gallows Creek, I don't know how to tell you this, but, the gas station's been bombed.
Please, everyone, stay safe, stay inside, and... Oh, just bring us into some music, Forrest.
Careful with this next track, listeners. It's dynamite.
Forrest!
It's dynamite.
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep, like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Ich hasse es aber auch in dem Spiel jetzt, dass ich schwimmen sehen muss, weil die Musik einfach immer so behindert, weil die Musik immer so gruselig anfängt zu spielen und das hasse ich.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Warte mal, Lagerraum? Mein letzter Lagerraum.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom?
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Gibt es hier irgendwo einen Tape Recorder vielleicht?
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps, find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death. Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
Listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst that I can. something to make up for what I did back then, I'm guessing. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What the hell? Peggy is not going to believe this.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the Whistling Man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything, Forrest?
I think there's got to be more down here. I need to find all the tapes.
You think so? How much did Clive hide down there? Well, if there are more tapes, then there must be more maps to follow, right?
That seems to be the case.
All right, then. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Suchen wir natürlich, arbeitet mit einem sechsstelligen Codesystem. Geben Sie einfach den Code in das Tastenfeld ein und genießen Sie das Datenanbietet. Bitte ändern Sie diesen Code. Wartung, Setzungscode. Setzungscode 715914, oh mein Gott.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door. It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water, where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. That recording. Shut it off.
Jetzt habe ich noch einiges gefunden, was ich vorher nicht gesehen habe. Hier noch was.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
What have you found, Forrest?
There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
Moved the body? How weird.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded the doctor, Dr. Sullivan, to stop recording.
Dr. Sullivan. Wait, Virginia Sullivan? She was her caller from earlier.
Well, then our caller was involved in a conspiracy around this boy's death. We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on.
Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
3 Uhr, Teufelstunde.
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really, how are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
This is our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line.
Bevor sie aber das macht, werden wir jetzt erstmal aufhören, weil ich kann eben echt nicht mehr. Ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder, weil jetzt kann ich auch nicht wirklich vieles machen. Ja. Bis zum nächsten Mal, euer Regamer. Ciao.